So what is up, you guys? It is me, Tanisha, and I am back. This is part 2 of the review of this wig. We are going to fix our butterfly layers in this wig because I just feel as though there is not enough. I think because of the length of the wig. So we're going to cut our own, and I'm going to show you how I do mine. So in doing this, you do have a few options that you can take. I say use what is the most convenient for you. I have all three. I usually feel better with using these two, but I think they're a little dull. We're going to try them out in this video. But if you don't have a pair of scissors, or if you don't have these, you can also use an eyebrow razor because just about every girl nowadays has these in her home. So if you have this, you definitely can use this. And we are going to be using this on one side of my wig to show you how good these cut. People only think that they just use this for one thing. No, this can be used for multiple uses. And I find this more convenient than going to search for these two. Half of the time I can't find my scissors, and half of the time I either don't have these or I can't find them. So we are definitely going to go in. I'm going to show you guys how to use each of these. These two are kind of the same. It's just one has a comb and one doesn't. And then, you know, the typical scissors. I will say, I do not like to use, and I probably won't use these in the video. I do not like to use scissors when I'm trying to do a layered bang because I feel as though the cut is a little too blunt for me. I don't want a blunt cut when it comes to me putting layers into the actual bangs of my hair. Now, if I was trying to cut layers in the back or something, I would go in with scissors because it's faster. But I probably won't be using these, so we're gonna sit these over there. But if that's what you have, use them. Same concept, just slide them down and be careful when you are getting ready to use your scissors. But these two are my choice of the day. Now, somebody asked me in my video, what is the specific name for these? Baby, I don't know. I just know they are a razor comb. Take a screenshot of it. If you want to go to the hair store and look for it, because that's where I typically get mine from, the hair store. If you want to go, the black one, go to the black one. They might have them at Sally's or nothing, but if you got a black beauty supply, go get them from there because they always got them. But these two are typically what I use. I don't know the name. I just know it's a razor comb. That's what I call it. I don't know if there's an actual term for it. So yeah, and your eyebrow razor. So grab those, come back, let's sit down, let's cut our hair. Now, before we get into chopping things up a little bit, I do have to let you know a few cautionary things. One, once you cut this, you cannot grow it back, okay? So be very careful when you are doing so. Also, I am cutting this according to how my part is. So if you decide that you want to change up your part, do that before you actually cut your hair. Specifically, if you want a middle part or you want to change the part to the other side, do this before you actually go in and cut your hair. Because once you start parting, after you've cut it, your hair may fall a little differently depending on how you've cut it from your face from the beginning. So those are some things that I do want to make sure that you pay attention to before you get to cutting. If you don't like a left side part and you want it on the right, part your hair, set your hair to the right and do so. Keep it that way and then cut it. Or do your middle part and just follow the same exact steps according to how your face is shaped and framed. And that's it. That's all. But don't just jump out and be like, oh no, I cut my hair like you said and now it's all messed up. No, telling you now, part your hair in the way that you want it to go and that you're going to keep your actual hair. Okay? All right, let's get into it. So the first thing that I like to do before I even go into what I am going to cut, I pull all my hair back, because when you pull all your hair back, when you get ready to pull it to the front, only certain pieces come to the front. I never ever, this is something that I never ever do. I never ever pull all my hair to the front like this. This irks me. This is ugly. Can you please stop doing that? Because that's how people know that it is a wig. Do not do that. If you are going to have your hair pulled up in the front, please leave some in the back. Please, please do that. Do that one favor for me. Stop doing this. It's not cute. Yes, I start with it back there. Then I take it and I pull what is going to fall in the front to the front. So all the hair that I choose to leave back here, that will not be touched when I am cutting face framing layers. So now that I have done that, I'm going to separate this from back there, and I'm going to completely separate this from back there. And now I'm going to analyze the front of my hair. Now, this can be done two ways, because some people don't like when their hair is up in the front like this. Some people just like it to be just straight flat. That's another thing that you have to consider when you are going in to get ready to do these layers in the front. Do you like it flat like this, or do you like it with a little bit of a oomph at the top? Because that will play a difference in your hair as well. Not much of a difference, but it does make a difference. But for right now, because I'm going to show you guys a trick, I'm just going to go ahead and just comb all of this down flat. No hump, no nothing, just comb it down flat. Same on this side. You see there's a little angle right there. And if you don't like that, you could just go part it straight. If you don't like that C part shaping in there, you could just part it straight to make your part go just a tad bit straighter, and it won't hurt anything. Just get your hot comb or your flat iron and move it so it'll stay once you take your wig off, or when you decide you want to move around. It's not gonna really hurt the styling of your hair. So now that we have that out of the way, what we are going to look at is how we want it to frame our face in the front. We look at the length, considering what our length is. Mine is a little bit longer. Like I said, this is a 22. So mine is a little bit longer. It depends on how long or how short you decided to get your hair, of how much layer you're going to cut into it. And I'm not going to cut a lot, but I am going to see, they already started it here for me. So my layers start right below my chin, and I like that part. It's just not enough in the front. So what I will do, I'm gonna go in with this to see if they're dull. I'm gonna take my razor comb on the longer side, because there is a long side and a short side. There is a long side and a short side. This is the shorter side. I very rarely use that because it gives you more of a blunt cut. I do go in with the longer side, and you just comb down. As you can see, it's starting to get that hair off of there. And I go backwards so that my hair is not taking off too much of the length. It's just taking off just enough. So that's how I use these. And once you finish with that, to see how your layers are truly falling, you just go back in with your flat iron and pull it towards your face like that. This is the only time that I tell you to curl towards your face versus away, so that you can actually get that butterfly effect in the layers of your wig. And if you decide that the hair is too long for you, you definitely can go in and cut it a little bit more, so that all of it is actually coming in and giving that little C curve effect to your wig, so that all of it looks like it's coming in. That's really, really cute. Kind of like a 90s style. It's really cute when you do it like that. So those are a couple of little tricks that I use when I want to see what I'm getting from my hair. So go in, do a little curve to get that, what they call it, a butterfly layer. That's how you get it. But that's how I get it. Now, if I see a few things that I need to clean up, go with my eyebrow razor, and boom. A little bit more layer in there. And I like to use the eyebrow razor because it's closer and it's more precise to me. Everybody doesn't like it. It's not for everybody, but for me, I rather like it. But yeah. So now we are going to go in with our eyebrow razor and do this whole side right here. So I'm going to match my layers up. My layers start right here. So I'm going to go with my eyebrow razor and do this side. And I just take it and lay it across there and I swipe down. And as you can see, my layers are falling into place the way that I want them to, and go at an angle. You don't want to go straight down, go at an angle. That's why I pull my hair back as I'm cutting, so I can get that angle that I want and that I actually like when it comes to getting my layers to come through. And I kind of want this a little bit shorter than that, so because I want more, kind of like the picture. So that's what I do with that. And then same thing on this side. To see how I did, I just take my hot comb, come in towards my face. And there you have it. That's how I cut my little butterfly layers. Then I pick this part up. And as you can see, as I'm picking this part up, that part is getting a little bit shorter. So now it's more of a frame to my face. If you want it a little bit more blunt, you can do a little bit more. I'm going to go in with this one. If you want it a little bit more blunt cut, you can go in and cut it a little bit more. And like I said, just make sure when you're doing this, this is the side that you want that on, because once you cut it and you start parting, your hairstyles may not fall how you want them to fall because you've cut the front a little shorter. But this is my little, I might have curled that a little too much. Let's give it a little bump. This is how I do my butterfly layers. If you have a better way to do it, let me know how you guys do it in the comments. I'm going to cut that part too. There we go. So that we're getting a little bit more action with the layers in there. But as you can see, I just go back and forth and I just cut it to how I like it. So as you can see, my little layers are cut in there. You can go shorter. If I wanted to go a little bit shorter, I can go a little bit shorter. We ain't gonna get too happy though. If you don't like how that's looking and you need a little bit more off, go in, take your time. That's all. It's all about being patient with what you're doing and liking what you see on you, not nobody else, you, because this is your hair. So that's what I like. As you can see, my little layers are coming through in the front. It's still long in here, but my face is framed. So then when I want to go in and pick this up just a little bit, I have my layers. Now we have some butterfly layers. Face framing butterfly layers. And that's it. That's all. That's all you have to do. It's not hard. I promise you guys. Don't freak out. It's not hard. It's rather easy. Just get you some practice. If you're scared and your hand isn't steady, find you something that you ain't wore in a long time. Wash her, get her slick and straight, and practice on doing this before you actually do it on this wig, especially if you adore her and you want to wear her a lot. Practice, 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 practice. Practice makes perfection. Not perfect, but you can get close to it. But that's how I do it. That's it. That is all for this video. If you act, and then too, that's another thing. That's one other thing I want to show you. Too, with those framing layers, if you want to pull it back and have like some feathered layers in there, it gives you that. So there is a plus to actually getting those layers in there outside of just having them to come towards your face. You can actually have them fall and look really, really nice in a feathered kind of way. So y'all, let me know what y'all like. If you want more tutorials like this, I definitely will bring them to you. But this is just something small. That's it. I'm done with this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.